Hello and welcome back to the Gaming Guild.
This new contract just came in, and it has your name written
Sure,
all
I'll
over
take
it.
that. Alex here, back with some more Jurassic World Evolution. We're all socializing. So, last time, started off on this island, getting going
That's
with
how
a
we
few
do.
different
Am I right?
species. It always takes me a couple minutes to get reoriented. Things like this. Alright. So, working on carnivores. That's Ceratosaurus done. Let's go over to Portugal and mine there. Oh, the rain's gone. Right. Edmontosaurus. The rating of 24. Mine have a rating of 28, so I just need to make one, and I should be good. So today's project is going to be expanding. We have an entire second paddock here already pretty much ready to go. I need to just kind of clean it up a little bit to make it a little bit nicer, add some viewing platforms, things like that. I do want to start branching out to the Ceratosaurus. It's my first carnivore, but I definitely want to be prepared for that ahead of time. So, just going to see what I have. Right. Decent on power right now. Let's go ahead and start removing some trees. That way I can just see what I'm working with here. Build a new Hammond Creation Lab. Oops. Oh, other way around. Let's put you right there. Should work all right. Substation. Try that. We might be able to get everything with that. We'll see. So I don't want to start that yet. It's not even going to let me at the moment. Sell that. Let's see. All of these are pretty good right now. So let's start with the Huyungosaurus. Really needs science division, so let's grab another contract for them.
This contract looks interesting. To me, anyway. What
A
do you think?
hotel. I need one of those. So for this, I'm going to be adding electric fences. I'm going to be designing this for just the Ceratosaurus. So I'm used to other games where Q and E will rotate my objects. I think V-Rising will do that. Let's see. Let's grab this. Go. No, no, we're going to make our viewing galleries. Let's do that first. In between, we'll put a gate. And up here, a gate. Yep, so Ceratosaurus is done. Got new fossils. Let's just keep up on that dig. Let's see. What else can we research? Mainly just building upgrades right now.
This contract has just come in. I'm giving you first shot at it.
Sure. Let's do some of the ranger station stuff. Okay, and I want another power station before I get too carried away with anything. I don't think there's space for one here. Oh. Sure. Do that. Make sure you're connected there. Oh yeah, I was gonna release this guy. He's just sitting in there for a while. Let's see. Alphonse, Edward.
You've done well with this latest contract.
Let's call this
our
one
finest research to date. And
Roy.
given where we are and what we do, that is really saying something.
Business is good, but it can always be better. Consider this contract.
This is done. Want to make sure I have my success rate up on this new building, because even though I have this Hammond Creation Lab with the plus 30% hatch success, I need it for this one as well. I could get rid of these guys and save myself a little bit of power, but you know, if I ever make any more herbivores, I'm gonna need them anyways. So I'm gonna go, even though I have plenty of Ceratosaurus DNA, I'm just gonna go to get that expedition for a carnivore fossil. Alright, time to start setting up this spot here. Let's add some water. That should be good. And we'll throw a few trees in. we need a meat feeder. Let's put you here. Set you to every 20 minutes. Alright, let's modify this genome. So first, gonna throw on a skin. That's just gonna give us a really good rating increase. So start with that. Resilience.
Sick dinosaurs can become potentially dangerous dinosaurs. You are upping the risk factor in the facilities.
Confirming task.
Okay, so I can have multiple ranger teams. Just have to buy them, so get that going. And as soon as my truck gets close,
In range of the asset.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
nice.
Leader supplies back to normal. Assuming control.
Back to Ceratosaurus. Alright, immune response is pretty good. It's good lifespan increase. Let's go with that.
You got a knack for solving problems. That's a valuable skill, especially around here.
Nothing for the environment or the habitat. But I do want to see, okay, social, they're okay having 3 of them together. Now the alpha will bully, and they'll like have little like tests of intimidation and such. They shouldn't attack each other as long as they are kept happy. But you'll definitely see every once in a while one will get scared off from its food. So one of the best things to do when you do have multiple carnivores is to just have multiple feeders, multiple spots to get water. It's actually possible for the alpha to bully the others to the point where they starve themselves or die of thirst because they're too scared to actually go get food for themselves. So plus 10% rating. Minus 3, that's a good one. Yeah, I'll go with some tooth hardness. Is that? No, I'm good with this. Alright, so let's incubate one of these guys. 130, that's going to raise my score pretty well.
I don't know if your schedule's free, but this contract looks too good to be true. Okay, that might be hyperbole, but still, no harm in checking it out.
So, I'm trying to reach 1,000 points, so 130 will make a pretty good dent in that. Just from the one Ceratosaurus. It's going to be hard to get all the way to 1,000 with just these starting dinosaurs that I have, but we'll get up there. Facility rating's doing pretty good. I just need a hotel for capacity. So yeah, let's get that going. I'll put you right on the pathway. Now a hotel does have visibility around it, so that if you had it close enough to the dinosaurs, it counts as one of these viewing galleries. But it's really hard to do that. There's one island you'll see later that I do that with the hotel, but It's just not practical to do that all the time. Now let's make a couple other features. I need a new emergency shelter. So let's tuck you back in here. And some food. And a gift shop. Just tuck you guys back in here. That should count for pathways.
That's the job done.
Now, my dinosaur rating should go up. Just getting a 4th dinosaur type and having so many points from this should put my rating up to at least a 2. And then facility ratings up, and the increased amount of visitors because of the Ceratosaurus should increase my per minute from guest facilities. So that should all be good. I need a restroom. Actually, it'd be nice to fit it in right there. I don't want to block the gate, but that puts it as a good centralized access there. Oops, not that one. I want... Yeah, there we go. So in map, I can just kind of see all the dinosaurs marked like this very quickly, just make sure nobody's losing health or comfort. If their comfort starts going down, then they could start trying to break free and such. Yeah. Ceratosaurus is ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, a new toilet facility has been added for your comfort and convenience.
I'd say that contract was a hit, wouldn't you?
So scary.
Carnivore, I see. This time, a Ceratosaurus. There are distinctive spines that run down its back, and a bladed horn on its head. Just what you don't want to run into when you're out there alone. Or in a group.
So definitely something, especially once you start getting carnivores or some of the more difficult herbivores, like Ankylosaurus. You want to keep an eye when they first show up and just make sure that your terrain is good. Plenty of grassland, plenty of forest. Just a puddle is pretty much enough wetland for most species. It's funny, they're actually good with a big population, but just not too many of their own kind. But, you know, I can't put them with herbivores because it will just try to eat an herbivore. Other than, think like the Brachiosaurus type dinosaurs. You can put a carnivore with them and they're not really able to fight back. The Ceratosauruses aren't able to fight Brachiosauruses, they're just too big and all that.
Yes, Site C, more commonly known as Isla Muerta. A newly developed island. The name, roughly translated, and I do mean roughly, the island of the dead. Fitting. Humorous, even.
So I didn't max out this island, but I got far enough that they said, oh, you're basically done. You can do the individual missions if you want. You can try to get 5 stars. But here's a new island. new island, it's going to start adding things, tropical storms, where I actually have to be careful of. They'll knock out power, cause lots of problems. Yeah, and I know some of the missions will deal with like new diseases and stuff like that. Kind of see about my dinosaur management a little bit more than this place. But we're going to stay here for now. Um, I want to try to at least get the 5-star rating and finish all the missions here before we move on. And even when we get to the next island, we'll come back and visit this island periodically. There's a trick I'll show you with fossils. Speaking of which, sell these guys. You can go back for that. Alright, but yeah, good profit, 218 a minute, so I can definitely afford more Ceratosauruses.
Word is that a new contract is available.
That's good. I'm gonna start one of these missions. Ceratosaurus. Triceratops. I'm gonna start with the science mission. That's a pretty simple one.
I knew you were my kind of person. Inquisitive, driven, and I knew you couldn't resist this opportunity. So let's get started.
So right now the Triceratopses,
Together,
I don't have
we
too
can
many.
create a more authentic version of our dinosaurs. That means a complete genome. And I think you are up to the challenge. Don't disappoint. We are making great
Geez,
strides so far.
many people like to talk.
I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous, and I have you to thank, at least in part, for where I find myself. Now we need to incubate, hatch, and house our dinosaur. Then we will know if our efforts will have been worth it.
Sorry, just taking care of these. Need to speed them up a little bit. So yeah, so I could have taken this mission a lot sooner.
There is a new job available, and I know just
This
the
one's not
person
too
to
bad.
do
I
it.
just have to wait 10 minutes. I don't really have a problem with power outages here. Really, the only way I could have a power outage is if a storm hit and knocked out one of my power stations. If I had the improved output has a chance for a power outage, but I have the outage protection on, so my chance is 0%. And then I think there's sabotage. If one of your groups get too far behind the others, they can sabotage, and one of the things they can do is turn off your power. So for the most part, this is kind of a free mission or contract. I just have to wait for the timer to go down. But yeah, Triceratops. Normally I take this mission sooner, and before I have Triceratops finished. So they're like, hey, just get up to 50% so we can start this mission. Already being there, I can kind of jump ahead a little bit. Get these going. So yeah, pretty simple. They just want a new Triceratops hatched, so no problem with that. We can double check the genome, see if there's anything I'm missing or could be better. More defense but lowered attack. but raises the viability. I don't mind the cost going up too much. The higher the cost, the higher the rating. So really, that doesn't matter too much. But if I can get enough percentage, okay, let's do skin toughness with that as well. So incubate one of these guys. Then once I've completed this step, it will give me more information on the next part of the mission. They just don't want to give me like too much ahead of time insight into it. Some missions I know a little bit about, so I might kind of plan ahead, especially on the next island. I get velociraptors at some point, and I get a little cautious with that. There's a mission that they're going to have me do, which is very unnaturally difficult. At least difficult in the sense that you could have, innocent people get killed, velociraptors getting loose and running around. You have to have your helicopter chasing them down, and velociraptors are so fast that on autopilot, like just sending your helicopter out to deal with them doesn't really work. So you almost have to get in the helicopter yourself, and this is the only way to trank them. It just gets to be very difficult. So you'll see later when I get to velociraptors, I'm just going to make them a very, very well-designed enclosure so they can never escape.
Our new specimens, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations, but we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
So,
I've been monitoring what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little disappointed that Dr. Dua came to you for this assignment instead of bringing me into the loop as she should have done. I'll discuss this with her later.
Okay, money isn't everything, but it certainly isn't nothing. Give me a budget, and I can make anything possible.
So now the next part of the mission is make a ranger station, which I have. Research the hookworm parasite. So if you see where this is going, I'm going to have a triceratops that gets the hookworm parasite, and I'm going to have to use a ranger station to go take care of it. They also want a triceratops now with 70% genome. So it's like, oh cool, your first one was at least 50%, good job. Now get more fossils, get a better percentage of the genome complete, and then come back and make another one. So we're kind of at that point already of, hey, we'll just make a better one. Maybe I forgot to set a team last time. Oh well. So yeah, we'll get one more Triceratops going. It's just going to take a minute. Let's see, how are you doing down here? Oh, he's taking a nap. Triceratops is getting close. So, let's see. I'm going to grab one of my cars. I don't have anything for a car to do right now, so that's why I'm manually driving it. I can't really assign it to do something that doesn't exist yet. So I'm just going to bring him in here. Come out here a little, out of the way. I don't want him too close to the Triceratopses because they will charge. I'll head over to this one. So, park right here. Oops.
We don't always get offers like this. Consider it carefully.
Sure. Release this Triceratops. And I'm not going to watch this time because I want to go back to my truck, my Jeep. You can see people inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Triceratops to the
So, get him right away.
Asset.
no diseased dinosaurs.
Ooh, biscuit. Oh well. There we go. Yeah. There we go. First mission for the science team is complete. So I get a extra research unlocked. I think I still have to go to the research station.
Strain dinosaur. This will definitely shift the paradigm. I can't ignore this accomplishment. With your help, obviously. That goes without saying. But under my direction. I think we make a good team. Let's do this again. I'll let you know when.
I've witnessed Dr. Dua flail and fail before. Now with you, she believes she is on her way. Does she really think she can accomplish what I have not?
So yes, got that completed, but I think I will still need to come... Oh no, maybe it just gave it to me.
Let me tell you something that I myself have heard many times before. I don't know how you did it, just that you did. So thanks.
Yeah, the further along you are with your island, the easier a mission's going to be. Especially early on, a lot of these missions just want you to have things already in place. The security mission is for an Edmontosaurus, but he'll want the ACU center built because the whole thing is about using the ACU to capture a dinosaur. See, clothes shop, restaurant. I'll get to you guys soon.
When you do well, you make me look better. I won't forget that.
Take in
Hey,
entertainment.
I just received a new contract you are
Sure.
definitely going to want to check out.
But then I'm also going to take the entertainment mission for Ceratosaurus.
Alright, look, I am all about the show, and with these dinosaurs, we have one unlike any other on the planet. Theme parks rely on drawing people in, and what is more attractive than new dinosaurs? Well, me, of course. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is let's get some fresh dinos in the hopper.
I don't know what's worse, treating these creatures like grist for the mill or propping them up as curiosities.
So besides the mission, we're also going to be completing this security contract. We're going to have a Ceratosaurus with 102 attack power. Uh, so it'd be nice, we'll knock that out at the same time. And we're probably going to raise our income per minute even more, just adding another dinosaur. So yeah, let me good. Where'd you go? There you are. Ooh, I still need to name these guys. Let's see, what would a good name be? How about pirate names? So let's go with Blackbeard as our first Ceratosaurus.
Is really just a series of small, sometimes random, chaotic, if you will, steps. And you've just taken one. Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to...
You met the objectives and secured a victory. I was expecting no less.
Let's see.
Happy guests is what we strive to maintain here on the islands. We do that by making sure their needs are met. In a way, it's kind of like taking care of the dinos, just with more demands and less understanding. Am I right?
So for entertainment,
Things are
he
looking
just
good
wants a
around
viewing
here,
gallery.
huh? I love what you're doing with the place.
We'll just ignore this. Basically, I did well enough that I unlocked Isla
That
Nublar.
island was a land of wonder and life. Impossible, primal, instinctual, predatory, prehistoric life and death. This would be Isla Nublar's legacy. Not Hammond's dream of a Jurassic Park, but something altogether more fitting.
So this is the original island. There's no budget, no money. It's just like you freely build whatever you want, use whatever dinosaurs you have access to, nothing costs money. Not that exciting for me. Like having a little bit of a challenge, managing things, even when my money is just going up and up and up. I like having that price range that I'm working with, especially right at the beginning of an island. But yeah, so for this entertainment mission, they wanted a viewing gallery. They also want a clothes shop, which is something that we researched in the last episode. So, can I fit you in here? No. Put it right there. Too many people, so I'm just gonna increase that.
Hello, new contract time. Woohoo!
I don't want that right now. Fast food. Get some more staff. Do a dino feast for 20 bucks. Night vision goggles for 28.
Thanks all the way. I like what I'm seeing. Let's keep it up. Satisfaction is what we aim to give our guests. Make them appreciate the little things. And the big things with the teeth and glassy eyes that could swallow them whole.
Okay. and a live feeder. So live bait feeder is kind of like the carnivore feeder as far as like what's going to want to eat it. However, instead of just having a pile of food here, it's going to just release a goat that then runs around, and at some point your carnivore is going to find it and eat it.
Hey, way to go! We've got our park running at maximum happiness, and our guest numbers are up as a result. That's what makes the entertainment division the envy of the rest. We get the results, am I right?
When the parks are running well, our scientific research improves. Of course, I'd never tell this to Isaac directly.
Heard it?
I was going to add that...
Nope. Nope. No. Too late. Heard it. Later, Doc.
Ugh.
So, Blackbeard's taking a nap, and Jack Sparrow's taking a nap. So, the goat's just going to kind of wander around for a while. Alright, let's see, what's going on up here? Research. That. $45 spare power right now. Alright, so we also want to unlock everything we can. So these change depending on the island. So in the next island, this will go back to starting out to work up again. So I want to keep taking some contracts. Let's do another entertainment.
I'd do this contract myself if I could. That's how good it is.
Pretty good.
Did I oversell it? You decide.
And we'll do the Edmontosaurus mission for the security team.
Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities. That's why I'm always testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
I've got to give this guy Lambert his due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on. Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond Creation Laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
So it's also going to want me to have this reload speed finished, so once this research is done, I'll work on that. So, what I'm working on here is my next paddock. Water. Oh, there's water. Great. Oh, so close. And then another one over here.
The science division has something you should take a look at if you'd be so kind.
Reload speed. Sometimes things almost happen too fast in this game. So, right now everything's going pretty good. But I want to deactivate these for a minute. Deactivate. Sorry, sausage. And then we're going to open up this gate. Just so I have some visibility right there. And we're going to throw in 2 more feeders. Okay, they're already set to 8. So what's going to happen is these guys will slowly start all migrating over. It is going to take a few minutes since they're sleeping and just lounging around. They're all going to have to start getting hungry to want to come over to this side. So right here, the fence comes all the way up to it. Just want to see if I can. So ready to go. There's not really a time limit on these missions. At some point, there could be a counter of, oh, keep this dinosaur in its paddock for 5 minutes or something. But even then, I have plenty of time to get this mission done. It's not really a concern that I'm just doing other stuff. 7. Let's go to you. Scheduling. Reload speed. Okay, so let's go right here. Go like so. Then I'm going to demolish some of this. The main reason I wanted that was so that if I start putting like a gift shop or fast food or something over here, this viewing platform or gallery is somewhat close to it, so that they'll both be able to benefit from it. Alright, looks like some of the dinosaurs have been starting to head over. Not as many as I'd like. Looks like some of the Struthiomimuses wandered back. How are you guys doing? Seem pretty content. Let's see if they'll hunt a goat. Come on, Blackbeard, go for it. Both checking something out. Or they're just going to take a nap. Now I'm getting a few more heading over. Those two are sleeping. Here we go.
I know you've handled work like this in the past, so this contract should be right up your alley.
Alright, emergency shelters. Let's see, can I fit one in up here? Oops. Alright, just need those two. I'd like it if Biscuit, you have to stay in here. Alphonse is by himself. This area's pretty good. Well, let's go ahead. grab the helicopter
Adding to the list.
and just trank them and move them over. That'll be easier than opening the gate back up, because there's just a good enough chance that somebody else will run over. I have plenty of money
When
right
another
now.
contract comes up, I'm turning to you first.
Pulling round.
They both fall asleep? I feel like only one did. There he is. I don't do this too often, so I'm not the most adept at flying helicopters in this game. Alright. Transport, grab Roy,
Asset to be collected.
grab Edward.
Collecting asset.
Okay. Now, wait on those for just a minute. Now I'll turn one on. Release.
Asset in transit.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
So, we're gonna open up the gate.
Confirming asset delivery.
Rotation in effect.
Asset transported.
We're just gonna let him out long enough for the mission to commence.
Asset spotted.
There we go.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
Alright, while that's going, finish this up. I'm gonna finish off the Hyungosaurus. No items available for my research team, so I want to go and look.
Transit has commenced.
sure everybody's happy. More because of the new enclosure than the fact that a mission is going on.
Delivery has been completed.
Storm defense station
That's the
I'll
job
use more on the
finished.
next
True and
island.
square. Look, the thing is, we're still learning where our boundaries are when it comes to keeping these animals under control. God knows they're working out ways to exploit our weaknesses. Guess we'll find out who gets to the limits of our abilities first. Us or them. Ever vigilant.
And that's always been the challenge of the Jurassic industrial complex. Exploitation versus security. The immense potential for profit and for violence.
Yeah. The storm defense station, I could build it here, but I don't have any tropical storms. Even when it's pouring down rain, it's not doing anything. But the next island will have that, so those storm defense stations are critical for keeping the park from breaking down with each storm. I need a name for this one. Let's go. Days. So as soon as we get the
Our existence is the constant evaluation of threats and opportunities. This looks like a good opportunity.
DNA to full, I'm going to start making some of those guys. Extract. Now we do still have these milestones to reach. So you can see, they'll actually unlock some more dinosaurs for us to go collect Proceratosaurus and their Crichtonsaurus. Innovation Center, that's a building. So there's a lot to unlock by progressing the 3 groups. Let's start looking at that Hyungosaurus. Let's see, can I access all of them? Cool. I'll just want to wait a little bit for finishing off the genome, just because that will give me my best rating. But until then, whatever raises my rating the best is what I want. And let's look at some of the social stats. They don't like too much of a population. They'll actually be good with a smaller amount in general. They like a good mix of grassland and forest. Should be pretty good. And once I get that last little bit of fossils in, I'll start making some of them. Trying to think, do I want a 3rd Ceratosaurus? Probably just for the rating. That's funny, 130 is really high right now. Later on, it's not that high. There'll definitely be dinosaurs that give just way better scores. So just early on, trying to hit this 1,000 points takes a lot. Okay, satisfaction. I see. Extract that. Extract that. one more. And then I can go after Dracorex. Dracorex kind of looks like a velociraptor. It walks that on its hind legs and everything, but they're herbivore, so they'll go pretty well with the Huongosauruses in this paddock here. So let's clear some more forest here. Let's see what I'm working with. It's a pretty decent area. I can always come back in later and add some forest for aesthetic purposes. Cool, that did complete it. So let's get two of these guys going. Meanwhile, let's do a... No, let's do a restaurant. Let's do a cafe right here. So I have a restaurant. Do a clothing shop. Fit there. Restaurant. Sell those. I'm gonna hold on to this 100,000 for later. You'll probably see why. Maybe in the next video, maybe the video after. We're already a little past an hour. I'd like to get all of the reputation rewards done and get a 5-star rating before we actually leave this island. So you're done.
Has been added for your comfort and convenience.
You guys are ready.
That's how we do. Am I right?
Aww. It jumps like Luna does when she wants pets.
Huayangosaurus, another member of the Stegosaurians.
Let's release you.
I owe you for this, and I won't forget it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Huayangosaurus to the park.
Let's get one more Huongosaurus going. Meanwhile, Barbosa. Ooh, Jack Sparrow's the alpha right now. I wonder if he went up a little bit in his rating for killing the goat earlier. 130. Oh, they're both 130s. I don't know. Maybe they were fighting a bit when I wasn't
Contracts are the
watching.
bread and butter of our work. And who doesn't like more bread?
So kind of like the emergency shelter contract where they're like, hey, can you get this much of the park covered? They'll do that with the storm defense station as well, which is fine. It's just another contract, so I can try to knock that out pretty easy if I can find a spot for it.
We are pleased to welcome a dinosaurs to the park.
I'll turn this one back on, just so that they have 2 feeders to go to. So that wasn't enough. I'll need another one, which is fine. Right there. Really?
Take a bow. You've earned it.
So I don't think I've explained these yet. So the Science Center, Innovation Center, and Security Center, they just, no, their main thing is raising the overall value of my park. They're just, the Innovation Center is huge. It's this, the, original building pretty much. But they're all like point-based, based off of whoever's highest in my reputation. So you actually see nobody's getting a loyalty bonus because nobody's really that far ahead of anyone else. So those 3 buildings, I'm not really benefiting too much from them. They'll help my overall island rating, but not much more than that. As you can see right now, my island rating's already, for facility, it's perfect. Dinosaurs, I'm really close to maxing out. Just getting a couple good ones. So I want to try to hold on to these to sell on my next island. Yes, nothing to research. Can I upgrade this? Let's do speed, then space, and space. So what that will do is it will give me some more spots here to fit a couple more fossils, and then we'll just, the 1 speed booster will just speed this up a little bit more. And that's just to kind of help out as I'm accumulating a few more bonus items to sell later. Give me some space for that. What are you guys doing? Nobody's killing each other yet, it seems. This seems to be going good. This place always makes me think of a restaurant at Universal Studios Island of Adventure in Florida. Let's see, who's sick? You're
Understood.
sick. Okay,
Confirmed.
let's
No problem.
add some tasks to you. Let's grab the second one.
En route to feeder.
Let's start resupplying. Third one. How are these looking?
En route to top up feeder.
Let's resupply those.
Visual on the asset.
No diseased dinosaurs detected.
I just kind of like taking control of the jeeps when they're running around doing stuff.
I really like this one. I think you will too.
No, I don't want to sell. Let's see. So yeah, as I was saying, there's a restaurant in Universal Studios, Florida, the Islands of Adventure Park. I can't for the life of me think of what it's called, but I know it's right between the King Kong and the Jurassic Park rides. It's kind of like a unique experience of barbecue. They have like some barbecue chicken, and you could probably go get a turkey leg there. They have really good like home style French fries that they do, and you can get mashed potatoes and corn on the cob. Uh, it's just a great place. One of our first trips there, we couldn't find anywhere that we really like to get food from, and it's all these little stands. It's just, we're not much of a junk food people, and we finally found this one place. Of course, we were over by those rides anyways, but we just love that restaurant so much. You just go up, pick up your food cafeteria style, go find a place to sit. So we could sit out in front of the water of the Jurassic Park ride, just eat our food as we watched rafts go by. It was fantastic. Let's see, I want another power station. Let's grab another contract.
You up for a new challenge?
Sure.
Well, then you are gonna want to see this new contract.
Tourists love their photos. It's a way to prove to the folks back home that, yes, they did indeed see dinosaurs.
Wow.
This division has photo needs as well.
Oh, it doesn't like how dense the forest is. I thought that water had stopped a little bit. The Jeeps just don't like the dense jungle too much. Nobody saw that. I think I met the 10,000 gold, or $10,000. I play a lot of Final Fantasy games, so I'm used to seeing gold.
What a cool photo! Did I sound sincere? Because that's what I was going for.
Thanks for helping create entertainment.
Everybody's happy. Panicking. Jack Sparrow is probably intimidating him a bit. Well, my biggest thing right now is finishing off the divisions.
An offer just came our way. Don't let it sit too long.
So yeah, just this little bit that entertainment's ahead is enough to get this loyalty bonus. I think that's just added to my per minute income if I had the innovation center for entertainment. Power station. So our usual upgrades into that. Let's see. Can I fit you in here? Sure, why not? And this building's kind of interesting because it actually has a few different spots where paths can connect to it. So do that. We'll grab the security. Doesn't really like any of the spots. So I'll just go there with it. So that was security, and then let's do the science, which is a problem. So, can we fit in here? And just do one substation here for both of you guys. Add some more stat.
We can always use a few more resources. Here's our chance to earn some.
Sure. For the most part, I'll lose money, I think, on this one. Oh, no.
I wanted to tell you how much I appreciate what you've done
Still
for the
netted
science division.
some profit,
So I guess I just
but it's
did.
more about getting the contract done. So, they are completed. So, I'm not going to worry too much about them anymore. Let's get a contract for the security team.
If you can handle all the chaos of the facilities and the dinosaurs, then really, how tough could completing this new contract be for a person of your talents?
My profit per minute from guest facilities is really low for what it should be. Really low. Let's go. There's nothing fun there. Right, so this is too far for this guy to benefit. They could use a little bit more transport, and that just means that they're too far away from the entrance of the park, which there's some space here too, which would be in the same boat. But I don't really have monorails yet, I don't think. No. I get those unlocked at some point. I'm going to terminate that contract because I don't even need one for the science team anymore. Yeah. Actually, now I'm curious. Oh, I am getting some profit from each of those buildings. That's cool. Research fossil Crichtonsaurus. So, where the mission unlocked something for me immediately. So I immediately got Cardio Strength 2, the Storm Defense Station, and Draco Rex as a fossil that I could go collect. The Reputation Awards, I still have to research some of them. So when I get the Proceratosaurus and the Sinoceratops unlocked, I'll still have to go into my research station and research them to have access to them.
Take the contract.
Sure.
I have a feeling it'll be worth it in the long run. For both of us.
Here's a freebie for 10 minutes.
Like me, you want reliable power.
I want a bit more park value. Let's see, let's clear some of this out. And there's like a whole section up here too that I could utilize. This is actually a really decent sized starting island that you just don't need all of it to be able to max it out. Make that a little bit more navigatable. trees. I'm dealing with a little bit of awkward terrain right here. If you see, nothing's really even. Kind of do some what's it, smoothing out. But it only does so much. Latin's a goof. It kind of takes the height from the where I started and just bumps everything up. That's fine. I can build more up here now. Gotta make everything expensive. Another hotel in somewhere. Nice.
I can't order you to take this new contract, but I wish I could.
That one, I'm already past that with the Draco Rex, and I don't want to start the Crichtonsaurus until Draco Rex is done.
Here's a chance to really prove yourself.
Combat victories. So you'll see some of these, like that one, assist 2 dinosaurs in combat victories. I'm not going to have my dinosaurs fighting each other. There's another one where it was get a Ceratosaurus to a combat infamy rating. So basically, after it's won several fights, it's infamous and it will sell for more money. Yeah. What's the point when I can have easier ones like no power outages? It's a lot more harmonious to my playstyle. Let's get this for the emergency shelter nearby. not have right now? Yep, that stuff. Okay, hopefully this will be the last dig I need to do. Nothing special there. Kind of have everything made. Shop. Could throw a restaurant down here. Get some more fun up here. Let's see if I can fit this in anywhere. Sure, why not? And hopefully that will raise the value.
Contracts make the world go round.
Jeez.
Or
It's like, no, you can't end with a perfect island. You have to do some fighting before we'll let you do that.
See the hill, take the hill, huh? Keep it up.
Let's start looking at this Draco Rex. It's almost ready. Alpine, arid. I'll go with arid. Skin toughness. Immune response. Let's see. They don't like too big of a population, but you have to have at least 2 together. Otherwise they'll get angry. Let's see. Another immune response and one more skin toughness. Let's see if we can finish them. We might be able to. 6% to go and 2 stars. But we'll send the research or the expedition team out for Draco Rexes one more time. Hi, Luna. I have a Luna at my feet. Luna, do you want to say hi to everybody? Alright. This is still going fine.
By completing that contract, you've made our power supply more reliable and secure.
Proceratosaurus. So I can research that now. So security is done. I just need entertainment.
I think you're up to tackling this contract.
Okay.
At least look it over.
That I can start working on. If another science one comes
You
in, I'll
find anything
probably
interesting?
take it.
I want to know about it. If you don't tell me, I'll find out about it anyway. Your choice. Make the right one.
Just because I don't want the science to drop too low, I'll probably just take a science contract if it comes along. But after a couple minutes, I'll try for another contract and do entertainment again. Because that's pretty much it. I'll make a couple Draco Rexes. That's going to finish this off. Everything's perfect with my facility except for my transportation, which is fine. I can get monorails later.
I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Sure.
I mean, you can, of course. But why would you?
Yeah. Fewer than 6 guests killed by carnivores in 3 minutes. That would be a much more interesting contract if a sabotage occurred the moment you accepted it. And so it's like, oh, this gate is locked open, and now the Ceratosauruses have a chance to escape. But since it's just like, oh, as long as nothing bad's going on, everything's fine. Okay, that one's done. Proceratosaurus or Crichtonosaurus. Let's go with the second carnivore. Proceratosaurus. I probably won't be playing long enough to finish Proceratosaurus. By the time I get to my next island, there's other things that I'll be focusing on more. But it's just interesting to get started on right now. Draco Rexes. Let's get a couple of these guys going. Everybody's happy. And it's time for contract.
Here's something that you might find interesting. I did.
Sure. So I'm about to get an 5-star island rating as soon as these Draco Rexes show up. I have it in the bag. And then 3 minutes after that, I'll have gotten this contract done. My expedition will come back. I'll get that contract done. Should be good for that last milestone.
Look, it's a balancing act. I get it. We all do. My point is, you need to provide the right amount of space for your dinosaurs. And this small enclosure ain't cutting it.
It's fine, Owen.
All hail the Dragon King, the Draco Rex. Sounds so intimidating, but it's just a plant eater. However, just in case they do rule the Earth again, don't tell them I said that.
You were up to the challenge of keeping our guests out of harm's way. You've improved our standing.
So it's lonely right now. Oh,
You appear to have
the
achieved the
second one just
highest
showed
rating
up.
that you can on Isla Matanceros.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Draco Rex to the park.
So while the first Draco Rex was here, it was slowly losing its comfort. It got down to 98%. And then the second Draco Rex showed up,
Seems
and it
like
got
you may have
happy.
made some great discovery. Sounds like a win to me.
So we'll name you Draco. And you Crab. And you know what? Just for fun, let's get one more Draco Rex going. Proceratosaurus. Ceratosaurus. Even I don't know how to pronounce all of the dinosaur names. Let's grab one more contract.
I'm not telling you to take this next contract, but only a fool
Sure.
would pass up this deal.
I might get enough from this last contract
Not
to
entirely
finish
sure what a
this.
genome is, but if it's new, I like it. So, is it new? Yes? Then it fits the bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome the Draco Rex to
There. Got that trio together. Yep. Nice. Nice island rating. Let's see how this does.
Always a pleasure to work with you. Watching you work? Now that's what I call an entertainment.
Ooh, Sinoceratops. And they're all complete. Awesome. So, that is everything done with Isla Matanceros. Obviously, I have some more research I can be working on. You'll definitely see me coming back here. Basically, when I get to the next island, I'll take periodic breaks to come to this island. I'll have this island pay for research. I'll also pay for them to send expedition teams out, and if I have some fossils loaded up, I might pay for extracting DNA on this island. But all this stuff I'll sell on my other island to try to transfer some money over there, just a little bit. But if you remember from last episode, every little bit at the beginning helps. That's just one more building, one more upgrade, one more or two more Struthiomimuses that I can get out to really start bringing in some money. So yeah, that is everything for this island. So I could expand more. I can always bring in more dinosaurs. There's the Proceratosaurus, Sinoceratops, Crichtonsaurus that we unlocked. But I feel like 6 dinosaurs is a pretty good for this island. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the episode here. Next episode we'll get started on the next island, and yeah. So hope you guys had fun, and I will see you all in the next adventure. Bye bye.